Right, SombraDelPiso back once again with another video. This time we're going to continue the mini series of the health and semen retention mini series. We've been going through the various systems of the body. We did the nervous system. We started off with the digestive system. Now we're going to go into something that I take great passion in. This I'm very, very excited about. This system in particular, the muscular system. The muscular system. The muscular system. This is going to be exciting to talk about. What is the muscular system? What comprises the muscular system? And what does that even have to do with semen retention? Well, we're going to start with the muscular system being a system that consists of many things, obviously muscle related. Tendons that connect the muscles to each other. We have the outside layer of those muscles that protect the muscles from each other as well. We have the cardiac muscle. That's basically has to do with the heart, because the heart is essentially a muscle. I think it doubles as an organ as well. I'm not a doctor. The molecular size muscles, or the very, very, very small muscles that are responsible for muscle contraction in the various involuntary acting muscles in the body. And of course, there are the motor neurons, the receiver neurons in the various muscles all over the muscular system, just so it could receive neurons and signals from the brain. Remember, the central nervous system, in order to communicate with these muscles. Now, what does this even have to do with semen retention? How are these things related? So I always talk about, in all these videos in the mini series, I talk about how the semen retention practice produces this gross product, the God particle. I don't know if I've released the video yet at this point, but basically this God particle is an aggregate sum of a lot of the experiences, the different nutrients, vitamins, foods, and elements, of course, of the world here that make up the gross product of the semen retention. And after another long refining process, it makes up the God particle. Every practice in semen retention, the muscular system will develop at a much better and faster rate than it would off of semen retention. That, in tandem with the rise of testosterone that one will feel after 7 days of being on this practice. Remember, testosterone is closely related to muscle growth. So once that, in combination with the gross product and testosterone, your muscles are growing very, very fast, especially considering we'll hope that you guys are going to the gym. You guys are doing a lot of physical activities. Also, over time, we do know that the muscular system sort of wanes in strength. What I mean by that is, like, the cardiac muscle is not pumping as strong as it used to when you were a teenager chasing after Veronica. Right? Or playing dodgeball, or whichever sport that you guys were partaking in back in the day that you guys didn't really worry about because it was just natural. And of course it was mandatory as well. As you age, the muscles in the muscular system, the involuntary muscles that are in various organs of the body, those are going to start to get very weak. And as a result, especially, in regards to the cardiac muscle, the heart, and as a result, the circulation of nutrients, blood around the body is going to is not going to be as strong. It's not going to be as effective. With this power of the gross product produced by the practice of semen retention, you are maintaining the strength of the various muscles in the muscular system as strongly as possible, as high as possible, to continue and maintain the operation, to maintain the homeostasis of the body. The standard actions of the muscular system, of course, is maintaining that ability to keep your posture strong, to be able to walk, to be able to run, to be able to do various physical actions. Just think of the muscular system as part of a pair alongside the skeletal system, which I haven't gotten into yet. We're gonna get into that in a future video. But just think of it as the yin to a pair of the physical systems that are responsible for the optimization of physical utilization of the body. Remember, in tandem with semen retention, your muscular system will develop incredibly rapidly, especially if you're conducting this practice at a young age. When you get older and those systems start to wane, you are maintaining that strength of the muscular system. The health of the muscular system is incredibly important, because not only this practice of semen retention, remember, in tandem with physical exercise that will reinforce and to maintain the muscular system and the skeletal system, which are two halves of the same pair, which are the foundation of the physical body, for years to come. But it will strengthen your body, it will strengthen your tendons, your sinews, everything. There are certain ailments that befall upon individuals as they age, such as erosion of the bones, atrophy of the muscles, which are more important. They will get into a physical accident, say someone knocks into them, right, on the street, and then they fall over, right? I don't know how light this person would have to be for that to happen, but it could happen. This is the world after all. So the person will fall over, and then of course, to sort of brace their fall, they put their hands out, and then they get a fractured bone, fractured wrist. Maybe they sprain their ankle. That someone kicks someone in their calf, they get a swollen calf, and the swollen calf would last for years instead of just being able to be repaired or fixed, with the body's normal functions in a few months. These are the negatives for when you don't have this gross product, you don't have this God particle due to the practice of semen retention, and your muscular system and all the other systems along with that fail to function at homeostasis optimally. You want to, I can't stress this enough on how important it is to be on this practice of semen retention. You see, this practice is a battle of attrition, because the longer you are on this practice, you don't necessarily have to generate any sort of metaphysical results, or any sort of results for that matter, any rewarding result that you could see, that you could experience directly. However, the benefits that this practice can do for your body, right, your muscular system, your skeletal system, is innumerable, and it cannot be calculated. Every day you see the senior citizens of the world walking with canes, crutches. Of course, it's wrong to assume that they all didn't practice semen retention and their muscular and skeletal systems failed them at the most vulnerable point in their lives. But it is not an assumption to say that a lot of people have brittle bones and atrophying muscles due to horrible diets, horrible physical practice, and lack of physical exercise when they were younger, when they were much more able to conduct in these things, and ultimately a lack of the semen retention practice. This practice is incredibly important, not only for the physical strength, the influx of testosterone that you will feel, that powers up your muscle growth, that increases your muscle strength and tissue and tendons, but it also maintains muscular system health in the future, which is sacrosanct. Right, so we went over the various features of the muscular system. We talked about the different types of muscles that make up the muscle system. We talked about the cardiac muscle, that muscle that forms the heart. We talked about the various other muscles that make up the various organs of the body to involuntarily contract and retract to perform the operations of the body. We also spoke about how there are motor neurons in the various parts of the muscular system, which are just the receiver nodes for the mothership operations to receive neurons and instructions to do what they do. We learned about that. We also learned about how the practice of semen retention powers and reinforces the muscular system. And not only it does that through the induction of testosterone in the body that leads to increased muscle growth and increased strength, of course, due to the reinforcement and the foundational strengthening of the tendons of the joints of the body, which are also muscle, but it also maintains muscular system health by keeping your muscles as taut and as strong as possible, and also as limber as possible. That's due to other practices, other physical practices, in addition to going to the gym, learning a martial art, whichever, you are maintaining the health of the muscular system, which means that when you are in your old age, it will be less likely that you will need a cane. It will be less likely that you'll walk with a limp. It will be less likely that you'll need crutches. Or if some young man bumps into you or you collide with a wall, you will not suffer any lasting damage because your systems are reinforced through the retention of the gross product of the semen retention practice. But with that being said, SombraDelPiso is gone. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video with some peers. If you didn't like the video, that's cool too. That's amazing. I enjoy it when I have a dislike on these videos. The fact that someone has had an opinion so strong enough that they felt that they needed to watch the entire video to develop a contrasting, contrary opinion, and add a dislike, and then add an even bad comment, constructive criticism as a comment, you know, that's great, because you are by far the objective contrarian. You have decided to find out what the matter is, object of debate, of contention. You learned about it, and then you criticized it. That's perfect. The contrarian of the now is made up of individuals that don't necessarily like the person, and they use ad hominem attacks to try to strengthen some sort of pale argument. The true argument is an argument that directly relates to the material that is under contention. So please, I appreciate those comments, those negative, contrary comments. So that's it. SombraDelPiso out. Don't let this world get you down. It is just a construct. Really, it's nothing. It's just a place. Stay radiant. I'll see you guys in the next one.